Hello everyone, Lama here, and here we are in this rare unscripted video because I wanted to make a video about the channel. I have notes there. There are a couple of subjects I wanted to talk about, and so that it is not straight up blend. I have some stack decks, and I have more stack decks here to do opening in a while, so that it's not just straight up boring. I wanted to talk, so the first subject I have is about future videos. I have a couple Path of Exile 2 videos I want to make, but I'm not into Path of Exile 2 as of late. I'm playing the Pucks League, and I am enjoying Path of Exile 1 as much as I did the first time. Path of Exile 2 is way more polished, but it lacks, I don't know if I can say it lacks a soul, but Path of Exile 1 is like a dish that someone has made over the years. It's the same old dish, like a pasta bolognese, something simple that they do in huge amounts, and they've done it for years. So yeah, it's a bit greasy. There are a couple ingredients that you don't know how they do it exactly. They pull spices here, there. They don't measure the quantity extra, but the dish at the end is absolutely fantastic because they have been doing it for a long time. And on the other side, PoE Tooth is like a chef's dish, a studied dish, you know. Like they have a plate with very little food on it. Everything on it is very well crafted, very well measured, but it lacks the familiar feeling you have with the pasta bolognese. I don't know how to make a better allegory. So the next video I have some couple Path of Exile 2 ideas for short videos, and then I have a big PoE 1 video which is not a league. I will get to leagues just after, but it is a big Path of Exile 1 video about a existing mechanic in Path of Exile. I'll even show you. It's about these things, yeah, the Eldritch influences. So I've made a rework / deepening of the mechanic, and I have produced most of the visuals. I have yet to make the actual video, but the future big PoE 1 video will be about this. Then we can talk about leaks, because when I started this channel, I'll get to that later because it is another subject, but it was about leaks. I was making custom leaks. So I was already making custom leaks, so it was posts, either Reddit posts or big Google documents that I would give the link off. But nice. But I wanted to make better presentations, so I leaned towards videos. And I am new to video editing. I thought it would be less complicated, but it is. Video editing is more difficult than I thought it would be. So it takes way more time, and also I have to produce visuals, and I'm not a graphic designer. I'm doing leaks, but I'm not a gameplay designer either. I don't work in video games, so it's like this video is awful because I take so much time to speak. But so anyway, I wanted to make leagues, like video presentation of the leagues I was making, but it takes a lot of time, and I don't know if I will be making it for the next one, for example. But talking about leagues, I'll jump to the league subject, which is a second subject. So the leagues. I started all this because of that. I started playing Path of Exile during Tota, so September 2023. I thought about a custom mechanic for the game, which was, in retrospect, not that great, but it was the starting point of all this. Nice. And I made a Reddit post about it, and so I made my first league back then, which was Parallel Fate, where you were doing the campaign in a very, very accelerated rate, and you would create copies of yourself in the end. Each time you repeat the campaign, you were creating copies of yourself that you would throw into the different paths in the end. And when you've done that enough, you had access to a pinnacle boss encounter, which was a Weaver of Fate. Well, originally it was just the Weaver, but then I discovered that it was already the name of a spider boss, a normal boss in Path of Exile. So like it got out of my head. So yeah, the Weaver of Fate. And so you would fight your other copies to win this fight, basically. The Weaver was just watching. But then you had the opportunity to actually try to kill the Weaver of Fate. Like, fight the Weaver of Fate, rather. Which was not really a fight, it was designed to be a dodge fest with a DPS check at the end. But since I went with the idea that it wasn't an entity you were able to kill, there's no killing of the Weaver of Fate. But anyway, it was a Reddit post. The leagues will be in the description, but it was fairly well received, despite it being like just for a lot of points naive nonsense. So I posted it in January. I thought about it in December. I posted it in January, and it has the merit to exist. Let's say that. Maybe I rework it sometime. And so I took the feedback and I was like, so it was fun doing it. Let's do it again and try to make something more professional. So I did the second one, which was also a Reddit post, which was Overload, and which get it later. So it was Overload. It was about building a city, not much like King's March. It was about going in map. There were necromancer monsters that were controlling spectralates, like a special type of specters, like small specters that were very squishy, like one-shot enemies, but that were numerous and that would go through you. Like they would not attack; they would go through you, and they would. The more spectralates had gone through you, the more you had a sort of life degen time bomb on you that you were able to prevent, to stop. But it was this mechanic, and when you kill the necromancer, you freeze the spectralates and they go to a refuge, which is a city, and then you can build a city to have access to some things. Way less possibilities than King's March. It was a little thing. Because City Builder in Path of Exile, this was one of the first ideas I had when I started thinking about new leagues. Bringing a City Builder, I had no idea of Old Harvest back then. I didn't know how it worked. No, I know a bit. I don't know the full mechanic because I wasn't around. But I know it was already about building something. And now we have... Then we got King's March, and they actually brought us a city builder. But yeah, so I had a city builder in Overlord, and it was more tame than this. Because I wasn't sure how far you could bring the genre. Because there are things in the genre of city builder that inherently could contrast with the ARPG genre. But they did it very cleverly. So instead of limiting the city builder experience like I did, they made it so that everything went well together. I'm not abandoning anything, I'm sorry. Everything went well together, nice. In the end. So that's great. That's great. They did great with King's March. I like Settlers League a lot. After Overlord, I did the first Google Doc league, which took me a lot of time. It was Horizon. So basically it was delve with maps. In terms of gameplay, it's really just delve with maps. It is. I'll probably make put the UI during the editing. Basically you have nodes just like delve, but instead of being full things straight up, they are a map emplacements. These map emplacements are can have modifiers, and the map you put in can have modifiers, and together they form an island. And then you can go to this island. You have to design a Horizon expedition. So between like 4 and 8 nodes, and you would start it, and you would do the itinerary entirely before returning to town. The islands were supposed to be smaller maps, but jam-packed, and there was a lot of possibilities. There was special encounters, one for each mechanic. There was new bosses, new uniques, new lore, etc. So this was the third one. It's the one I'm the most proud of still. But it was like, I think no one saw this. I did a Reddit post which was just, I made a new league, here's the link to the Google Doc. So not really enticing, I reckon. And so it had like, I think no one saw this league. But it was, I had fun doing it. It was very challenging because it's hard to make exactly what you want to do. Like to do something and to think, yeah, that's what I wanted to achieve. It's very complicated, but when you get there, best feeling ever. So that was a third league, and then I did the fourth league, which was July of 2024, and it was Entranced, which is yet again a big Google Doc. It is less complicated than Horizon. It's about a new NPC. It's called Swenya, that can witness the mechanics in your maps, and then you have access to a boss encounter where you fight a boss, and you have the mechanics that were witnessed at the same time, and you can either kill the boss and it solves the mechanics, or solves the mechanics and it kills the boss. Like there's an idea of share life there. And Sunya has passive effects on the mechanics she witnesses, and she can have a twist to the mechanics, and so for each mechanic I put a twist on it, which basically made some sort of new form of farming, but which was not really something that you could target, but something that was more occasional. And so yeah, new boss, new uniques, one unique for each mechanic. New lore. This was the most lore heavy league I made, with the help of some people from the Kitty Cat Noodle Discords. I'm thinking about Crookie. He's still a big help even today. I ask him questions a lot. I fear one day he gets tired of me, but he just knows so much about the lore. It's honestly frightening. But yeah. And so that's the timeline so far. New Goods was supposed to release in September, then in October, but it is when I decided to make the YouTube channel, start the YouTube channel. I knew that starting the YouTube channel, I shouldn't do big videos straight up, because I didn't know. I still kind of don't know how to make good videos, so it would... I'm not putting anything. What I was saying... Yeah. So I knew that the first big videos... the first videos I made with this new YouTube channel would be small videos, like some things to learn. Things that I wouldn't regret afterwards, putting a lot of time into delivering something mid about something I care about a lot, and doing shorter videos about some more anecdotal elements. And so the main idea was the community reliquary project. I will be talking about it in the third subject. There are only 3 subjects. It's soon over. But yeah, so the new league was postponed to January and then February, and now we are in February, and I haven't got very far. I have the main idea. This is not a problem. I have the main idea. It's about it's basically a big rework on the Pantheon. Instead of being just this, it will be a full page right here, and you have access. You have a choice between... The idea of the league is that you are being questioned about your ambitions towards divinity. People that you've during the campaign, you will help people, and people will notice that you are the one killing the gods that woke up, and so you will start to have a sort of people that follow you, regardless of you wanting it or not. You have a fan club, basically. And this is the first step to divinity, because in the lore, it's not explained. There's no exact recipe about how to become a god in Path of Exile. But something that comes up is that at least you need to have a big amount of people that believe in you in a way they believe in a higher being. It might not just be that. In the lore I'm creating, which is parallel to Path of Exile, it's not just that. There are other ingredients. But in the actual true lore of Path of Exile, I don't know. There are some elements that are missing. So you cannot like conjecture exactly how to become a god. So in this league, which is called New Gods, you have the choice to either go godless, like you don't believe, you don't revere any gods. You yourself is not a god. You discard everything, so you don't have access to the pantheon, to the new pantheon, and to the other option. But you become just a guy, and you have it is the option for the people that do not want to interact with anything like that. No pantheon, no new pantheon, no third option. You want to just not care. You have passive bonuses, and that's pretty much it. So this is the godless route. Then you have the current route, which is the in between, or rather I will call it the pantheon, right? And so it's a pantheon path. And so you have two, it divides into two. You have the old pantheon, like you have right here. And you will have the pantheon. It's not really a pantheon, I call it something else so that it's not misleading, but you have a group of people that are aspiring to become gods, to replace the old ones that got killed. And so you will have it will work a bit like the pantheon, but not exactly. The pantheon will stay exactly as it is, like things you can choose with ways with upgrades that you can unlock. Just it will have two new options, so that each pantheon, so this pantheon and the new gods, will have an option in their respective panels to be the only one you can interact with, because at base you can pick things from this pantheon, so like a major god and a minor god, and you can also pick like a small aspirant and a big aspirant. But you can choose to follow only one of the two options, and so there are options that lock this option and disregard the other, and you will have bonuses over this pantheon, or you will have the bonuses over the new gods. It's a bit messy right now, but I just need to finish this. It's fairly clear for me. The main problem that I have is about the gameplay loop that I associate with it. It will be something in-map, that's for sure. But how to do it is... It's in it's in progress, but very slow progress. And then the third option is that you accept, like you go the God route, like you yourself are claiming, or you have the ambition to claim the title of God, and so you will have a. I'm not sure exactly what yet. For now, I'm about a passive tree that is half a passive tree, half a ascendancy, or a passive tree like the Sentinel one. I have to dig up more. As you see, I have the gist of it. I have it, but I have not planned. I have not laid down all the details yet. There are a bit of work yet to do. But I plan to do it after the big PoE1 video. I will make a pause in videos. I will just dedicate myself to finishing this league because then I have the next one to do, which is Extenebris. It will be a way to extend your passive skill tree in another way than dual clusters. It will have an element of exploration into it. It's I have the gist of it yet again, but I also lack details there. But this is the league afterward, so no big deal. New Gods, which is the next league. I really wanted to present it in a video. In the end, I doubt I will. I think I will make, like for the other ones, I will make a post or a big Google Doc. I will make a short video saying, hey, it's there, it contains basically it and you can read it, but it will not be a complete presentation. Extenebris, I'm planning to make a big presentation, but it's like I'm saying it's out loud, and it frightens me because of just all the things I have to do. It's not just creating the leagues. The league it is doing the visuals, the designs, something that is engaging and believable. So in order to be in a video, but I'll see when I get there. But new gods, unlikely to be a video in the end. And then I will have all the leagues. So I just can give you the names. I have gists for them also. But so after Extenebris, I plan to do, not in order, Parasite, Alchemy, Nightmare, Celestial Covenant. So this is for the leaks, and then I have the other projects, like just the projects in general I have for the channel. So when I started this channel, I was thinking about I need to, if I make videos, I need to make videos about like something. Right? You have few options in Path of Exile. You make build guides, you make Atlas strategies, you make stuff like that, and the spot for straight up just fun content and custom design is quite empty. I don't see a lot of people that are making it. There's Sylver, obviously, but more with Path of Exile 2 than with Path of Exile 1. But his work is like top-notch. He's a big inspiration for me. But yeah, it's a very it's a niche inside a niche. But yeah, that's the thing I resonate with the most, because I'm not the best at build guides. Like when at the few attempts I had at builds, they were absolutely atrocious, and I always use other builds to rescue mine. And about Atlas strategies, and I can do it, but I won't be doing it like first week. I will be doing an Atlas strategy like 1 month into the league, because I'm quite slow to gather resources. I'm the kind of player, I'm a holder. When I get something, I keep it. I think, yeah, maybe I'll use it later, never use it. And yeah, it's just the mentality. The problem is that how I think is very much SSF. I think in a solo self-found way, as if trade doesn't exist. But since I am not knowledgeable enough and good enough to just straight up SSF, I play trade, because I also just a fantasy of finding something rare that you don't use and selling it and making big bucks, or having your part in the economy. Like I remember in Affliction, I was basically essence farming in white maps, and I just had I was doing my part in the global economy. I don't know, it's just, I don't know. It's something I enjoy. Being part of the whole, being part of a whole, rather than being straight up alone just by myself. I love selling things. I love when I put something for sale and someone comes to buy it. I love it. And so yeah, bit of a awkward situation. But so basically, because once again I derived, there was a subject and I went another way. The project for the channel at the very start, it was about what I call the community reliquary, and so the idea was finding anything that the community produce, me or something else, someone else. Me or someone else, and present it. So far there are one video about the community reliquary. It's about a unique item I did for Horizon, and that's pretty much it. So I like to think that the project is not dead. I would love to present things that I've not done. Like that other players have done, but it brings me to the following part of this, because as when I created this channel, it was completely about it was about community, not just what I was doing. It was about community, because what I'm doing, it's I don't need to have YouTube videos if I just want to make leagues and not show them, no. I don't need I don't need to share anything if I don't want, like, to have to share things, to gather feedback, to see how people react, and be the. So this is when I am the creator, but also in the other side of the thing, when I am the one reacting to something that someone has created, I've not made videos about. I've not made videos about the. I've made one video about one ascendancy for Path of Exile 2 that Sylver made, and technically it also is in the community reliquary. But I like this position of I create things and I have feedbacks, and people create things, and I am amongst the feedbacks I receive. Like I want to have this type of exchange with not even content creators per se, like anyone who create things. I think there's something to be built here. But hey, yeah. So basically, from the start, this channel had a. You're right, Danik. You need a drink with Tujin. I don't even know if I'm recording the. I don't even know if I'm recording my voice. Apparently, I am. Okay, I'm recording the game also. So yeah, Danik needs a drink with Tujin. I was saying. Yeah, from the very start, I had other people in mind. I had the community in mind, and so I wanted to do things with other people. And this is why in the very first list I made about what I could do with this channel, there was something like interviews. There was something like create things together with other people. Like we create a unique, we set a theme, and we have to create a unique, we have to create a gem, whatever, and we just create it, but we create it like together. Or there is also what Sylver did, which was very interesting. It's basically creating something, but as a battle, and then people decide who won. I prefer the cooperative part, but I have to admit that the competition that exists within the battle is very interesting. I would love to be a part of something like this. Either I'm a guest or I do it. But in the end, it's just same. Right? It's doing with people, and I have not extended, as of now, I have not extended anything to anyone. Like, I have not invited any people or content creator to do something together, because I feel like I need a base legitimacy to do so, which I don't have, because basically I'm no one. I wanted to reach like a symbolic amount of, I don't know, subscribers or of views. I don't know. Like I had the feeling I would know when I could consider myself ready for interacting with other people, but I'm realizing that if I don't, like, what's the difference between me doing it now than me doing it later? If I never extend an invitation, nothing will happen. So yeah, it's but I have to get together about my objectives. So as I said at the beginning of the video, it will maybe there will be a Path of Exile 2 video soon. I doubt it. It was planned, but I doubt it. Then there will be a big PoE1 video. The rework / deepening of the Eldritch influences. Then there will be the new God Leagues, but
virtual gem doesn't do anything.
You're right, Anik. It doesn't do shit. Look. Just pretty. Just for the eyes. No. That's funny that Calgoans do not interact with gems like the player do, like people from my class do. I don't think it has been explained by GGG yet, but it's bound to happen. I'm thinking the next Path of Exile 2, because we get to King's March. I don't know if we get to Calgar, because we get to do the Carry Lens Act 4, we get to Oriath Act 5, and Act 6 is still a bit of a mystery. But anyway, once again, I'm speaking not what I wanted to speak of. It's stunning. That's interesting me. Right? Anyway, not his fault. So yeah, then I do the New God leaks that I will not, very likely not make a video about. Like a full-fledged video, I'm meaning. And then I'll see if I start to look for people that want to create something together with me, or make interviews, or make a battle, or anything like that. In the projects, I have something that was not planned at the beginning, but that recently came up as an option, was the rework or deepening of mechanics. So what I'm explaining about the Eldritch influences, I have a basis for Incursion, Delirium, Harvest, and for now that's it. Legion. For now that's it. It's something I might start to be doing. Because I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. The Eldritch influence thing, and I started also the Incursion thing.
Their useless virtue gem doesn't do anything.
I started thinking about it also. Historically, I started doing the Incursion rework before the Eldritch, because I was inspired by Sylver video about the Incursion addition to Path of Exile 2. He did a masterful video about it. It inspired me to make something about Incursion in Path of Exile 1, which is not about linking mechanics together like he did for Path of Exile 2. It's another subject. It is about extending a bit further, make like rework and deepen. I cannot explain it better. But yeah, so this is a new angle I have, and I will probably exploit it because it's fun. And then at the very bottom of the list I did long ago, I had reacty things, because I have the position of a newcomer still. A lot of things I don't know, because I wasn't around. Like, when I hear of people farming, like the end game back then being people farming Merveil, all the different end games there was back then, which the Elder, the Shaper, and then the Conquerors, the old leagues I never got to experience, old harvest, like I told earlier, old ritual, old I don't know, like Sentinel, I was not there. Crucible, I was not there. Calandra, I was not there. Calandra is the one that interests me the most, because the premise is so huge. Like the possibilities seem endless, but it's crafting your own map. Anyway, so reacting to old things I've never got to experience, so react to old memes, trying to get them, react to...
Yes, that is a plausible reason to speak to Isla.
You're a big man, I think. You can speak to Ayla anytime. And my little finger told me that she also actually wants to speak with you too. Let's go toward Ayla. See what she thinks. Hello?
What can I do for you?
No,
Great job, Isla.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, dig into old memes, dig into old mechanics, dig into the community showcase page on the forum. Like very, very far, very, very long ago. Like finding old theories, and because I sometimes when I search for something else, like mostly for the league, I come across old posts about anything, and I saw old theories or it's things that were when there was not yet the acts 6 to 10 of people thinking, what do you think will happen afterwards? It's very funny to see. It's very funny to see. So yeah, I want to make something with this. Well, I don't know exactly how. I've yet to get there. It's all of this is still a bit fuzzy. I've not really created content before. I don't know how this works. So yeah, I'm doing my best. And I'm not... This channel started as an experiment. This is something I keep repeating myself, but it's true. This channel started as it's not the channel is about seeing if I can get somewhere with this. Like when I say get somewhere, I mean I can like add a new facet to this passion that is playing Path of Exile. That is the passion that is Path of Exile in on itself. See if I can enjoy creating as much as I am playing. So far, yes, it is, but creating videos and creating posts are two very, very different things. So I enjoy creating. The answer, the question is, do I enjoy creating in the format of videos? If it turns out that I don't, which I will, I know I have a set limit to when I will answer this question. If it turns out I don't like making videos, I will just stop making them. I don't know if I probably not stop creating things for Path of Exile, but I will definitely stop making videos. If it turns out that I don't like it, why do it? in the first place. Like, it's torture if you dislike it and you do it anyway. Like, it's, makes no sense. Getting lucky there. That's the end of the... Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the video. I will open the rest of the packs and I will make an edit showing the things that think. And that will be it, I think. Thank you for watching or listening. It's just not something much to watch, but thank you for police cars, am I right? Thank you for listening to me mumbling things. And see you in the next video, Exiles. See ya.